Okay, now you can look. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, now you can look. Very nice. Very nice. Don't worry about that. Very nice. Do it again. How can you miss it? You're standing on it. That was a good one right there. Better. That makes it easy to get your hands in front and where the low point of your circle is. That looks really good right there. When you do it right, it'll almost be an accident, but you'll remember it. There, you remember that one. Repeat it. That's what practice is all about. That was excellent there. Ball, it's only going to see your perfect form.
Okay.
So pose for that picture. Hold it. Have that good finish after the swing. Hold it. Very. Hold it. Very. So instead of faking 7, I just want to see your swing that's the most aggressive, but you maintain form and balance.
Okay.
So you're going to maintain form and balance, but you're going to try to experiment with how fast you could actually swing within that context.
Okay.
Pretty good. So be aggressive and still have that good finish. Very nice. And that's a better height.
Cathie, one of the things that we did is adjust your setup. On the left, when you were set up a little bit with your hands too far forward, and now you have a nice straight line from the shoulder and the shaft. One of the things that helped do that or create that or made that easier to do is that we moved the ball a little bit further back here. That the ball position on the left here was a little bit too far forward, and so we moved it back a little bit closer to the center of your stance. You're just slightly to the front side of center, closer to your left foot, and that made it easier to get your hands in front of the golf ball. I'm going to begin the review of your swing itself in the 7th position. This is impact position, the most important position, because everything the ball does is determined by the club's position at impact. Your body's position at impact is what determines the club's position at impact. And everything you do prior to impact has the sole purpose of arriving at a fundamentally sound impact position. As we look at Grant Wade is on the left. He's considered as having one of the best swings in golf. He was a tour player during the 90s. He's now considered one of the top teachers of tour players. You can see where Grant has all of his weight on his front foot. In fact, the average pro will have 85% of their weight on the front foot at impact. And you are doing an excellent job. You have the majority of your weight on your front foot, so you're not falling backwards. You're not doing what we call a reverse weight shift. So that's very good position. Now Grant has his head behind that red line and you're on it, so he has a little bit more what we call spine tilt his spine is tilted just a little bit back and you're a little bit straighter, that is a fundamental that we would address down the road, but it's not one that I want to focus on right now. I've gone back to the one position, the starting position. Again, I've already commented that how I like this a lot. You've got good extension in your arms, your hands are forward, the ball's in a good position. One thing that I do want to adjust a little bit is the left foot. I'd like you to flare that foot out a little bit so the toes pointed out a little bit. That'll make it much easier to shift your weight to the left foot if the front of the foot is turned out. So that now when you shift your weight, you won't be rolling to the side of the ankle, which the subconscious mind will resist, but more you'll be rolling to the front of the foot more. Makes it easier and puts a lot less strain on your knee when you do that. Here we are in the 3 position. This is when the left arm is parallel to the ground and you have a really good extension in that left arm, and you're starting to hinge your wrist now. So you've got a nice extension there. And the club is coming up. That's a very good position. Here we are at the top of the backswing, the 4 position, and again, you are at an excellent position. I like the fact that you are, this knee is, your left leg is flexing downward. You're loading up that left leg for power. I like the fact that your right hip is higher slightly than your left hip, so that's a very good position. I tell you look very similar to Grant here. You maintain a good extension in your arm as well. Very good. Here we are in the 8th position. This is post-impact, and you've maintained that extension in both arms through impact. That's very good, just like Grant has. You're still on that left side. Head is down. Very nice. And then in the final position, looks very good. You're on the front foot, your back foot is off the ground, you're on the tip of the toe, you're standing tall, looking over your shoulder at the finish, you've got your arms in a good position, you're facing the target. Going forward, you need to continue to work on that little chip and pitch shot, because that also requires good ground contact and requires you to have a good posture through impact, so that the bottom of the club is in a good position. As you improve your chipping and pitching and have consistent contact with the golf ball there, that will translate over to the full swing. So as we continue to work on your fundamentals, we'll do a lot of chipping and pitching, and then also, of course, full swings with the iron. The driver swing that you have right now has really good form. The ball is going in a really good direction. We focused a little bit on being more aggressive with it so that you can maximize your distance by just simply swinging harder, because you've already built a really good foundation of form. So you're on your way to having a really good